Welcome to my first ever YouTube video on this channel, and I'm going to be talking about my DVD collection. I started collecting not that long ago, so I don't have a lot. I have Blu-rays too, so if you guys want to see Blu-rays, let me know. And yeah, subscribe if you like it. I'm new to all this, so I'm just going to start. I'm going to try to talk a little bit about every movie, if I've seen it. A lot of these I have not seen, just heads up. This first shelf is all horror, and then from there on it's just movies alphabetically. So yeah, I'm gonna start up here. These are the movies that couldn't make it in here because it's full. The first one is the Day of the Dead remake. I have not seen this. I have not heard anything about this either, and it does not look that good. All I really know is that it has Nick Cannon in it, which is not a good sign, so, yeah. Next up is Pet Sematary. This is the original, I believe. It looks like it's the original. I've seen this movie once when I was young, like 10 or 9. I saw it with my mom, and I remember bits and pieces. I remember liking it. It's a solid movie, but I think it's due for a rewatch. So, same story with this one. I watched this when I was young. Another movie I think my mom showed me. It's really good. I just have to watch it again. And I want to, so, yeah. Again, I remember liking this one too. Next up is Gothica. I have not seen this. All I know is that it has Halle Berry in it. And I've seen bits and pieces of it on TV. And it doesn't look like it's all that. Like a cheesy horror movie is what it looks like to me. It looks like fun though. What Lies Beneath, another movie I have not seen. My mom's told me that it's pretty good. And we've owned it. We owned it for a long time, so I just have to watch it. A lot of these top movies I have not seen. That's why they're not in the shelf. Because I like to have movies that I like on the shelf. The Uninvited. Another movie I've seen, like, the last half of on TV, but I've never sat down and watched the whole thing. It looks okay. Next up is another movie I've not seen. I'm sorry, I know that's annoying probably. Panic Room. This movie was suggested to me a lot. A lot of people from letterboxd and stuff have told me that I might like it. So I found it at Goodwill and I bought it, and I just have to watch it now. So yeah, has a good cast. So Gremlins, another movie I watched as a kid that I have not watched since. I remember not liking it as much as other people, but it's a movie that we watched a lot during Christmas time when I was a kid, so I have a lot of good memories with that one. Super 8. Another movie I haven't seen in a long time, but I remember most of it. Me and my mom loved this movie. We watched it a lot. We used to rent it from Home Video. I think that's what it was called. And yeah, it's really good. I have to watch it again. But again, I remember really liking this one. I remember it being really creepy and actually creeping me out, which is a rare occurrence. The last of the top stack is Memento, a movie that people have told me about that I have not seen. All I know is that the whole movie's out of order. That's all I know about it. So, another movie I have to check out. I'm going to get these top movies out the way so I can easily pull out the other ones. Okay, so from here on out, they're alphabetical by the first letter, not by the second and third letter. I don't do that. The first one are numbers. You got 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and The Return of the Living Dead. The only one I have not seen is 28 Weeks Later, but 28 Days Later and The Return of the Living Dead are really good zombie movies. This one's the best, one of the best zombie movies I've seen so far. Obviously, I haven't seen a lot, so I have to watch more to really give that one the crown. But so far, my favorite Shaun of the Dead, and this is a This is close to that movie, in my opinion. And 28 Days Later is just very realistic. I feel like this is how a zombie apocalypse would happen. So, next up is the original Amityville Horror, a movie I have not seen, but I've been trying to get my horror knowledge up because I got really into the genre. If you guys know me from Instagram or letterboxd, you probably think I'm a horror master or something, but I just started really getting into it earlier this year, so I haven't really watched a lot of the classics yet, but this is one that I have to watch soon. I've always heard about it. Creepshow. Whoa. Another movie I have to watch. I've not seen this yet. I've heard a lot of good things about it. My dad likes this movie. And yeah, I mean, it looks like fun. It looks like 80s fun. So, yeah, I'm excited to watch this. I'll have to watch it before Halloween for sure. Dreamcatcher. Whoa. That keeps happening with these clamshell cases. Guess what? I have not seen it. Another movie my mom told me is pretty good. That's what she told me. So, yeah, it's got a very great cast. And it looks interesting. All I know is it takes place in a snowy environment. And I am a sucker for snowy environments. Especially in horror movies. Dawn of the Dead. This is the remake. I have not seen it. I'm sorry. Trust me, the next couple I've seen, so don't get worried. Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed things on this. I've heard positive, I heard negative. Some people prefer it to the original, which I have not seen yet either. But I'm thinking of doing a month where I just dedicate to zombie movies. Don't know when I'll do that, but I want to. The Devil's Rejects. This is my favorite Rob Zombie movie, and is my favorite of the trilogy, too. And I just think it's the best movie. I mean, I have not seen 31 or Lords of Salem, which I hear negative things about 31, but I hear really good things about Lords of Salem, but I have not checked those out yet. But this, I like this movie a lot. I think it's great. It's a great, like, adventure. I think some of these characters are way better fleshed out. Like, she's way better in this movie. She's less annoying. And he's kind of better. He's funnier in this movie, in my opinion. And he's, like, a bad person. So, next up is The Exorcist. A movie I just watched for the first time this month, actually, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I need to watch the other ones because I hear about the third one all the time. I did not watch this version. This is the director's cut. I don't know if this is the same version as the movie you never seen or whatever it's called. I don't know if this is the same one as that, but that's the reason why I bought it, was because I saw it at the store and it said director's cut, and I got intrigued. Because I heard that the cuts of that movie are really good. Next up is Frailty. I don't know if I'm the only one, but as soon as I started watching horror movies on letterboxd, I got a lot of suggestions about Frailty, saying it's underrated and everything. It's all over people's top 10 underrated horror movies. And it's got Bill Paxton in it, so I'm interested. And Matthew McConaughey. I'm gonna have to watch that soon. The Fog. By the time this video is out, I've probably seen this, because I'm doing this, like, October thing where I watch a horror movie every day, so, yeah. I'm excited about that one. Next up is the Halloween 2-pack with Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. I love Halloween 2. It's up there with the original for me. And Halloween 3 is okay. It's not terrible. It reminds me of like a Goosebumps special, which is a good thing. And it's just fun. It's fun, but it's not something I'm going to watch a lot. And yeah, I think Halloween 2 is underrated. I don't think people talk about it enough. This is the Rob Zombie Halloween movie. I don't like this movie. I've watched it probably more than the newer trilogy, which I don't know why, but I don't like this movie, but I rewatch it a lot. The beginning, like, origin story, I think is unnecessary and does not need to be explained. The only part I really like about that is when he kills the bully at school. I think that's a really good scene. But other than that, like, the parents are awful. The dialogue's terrible. And then after that beginning scene and the Dr. Loomis scenes in the hospital, it's just like a beat-for-beat remake, pretty much. And I would rather watch the original. I'm never gonna plop that on, even though I just said I've rewatched it a lot. Don't know why, it just happens. This is the 2018 reboot. I got this at Walmart. It has this orange slipcover. I don't know if you can get that anymore, because I got this last year or the year before. I think this movie's good. I'd probably give it a 3.5. And in my opinion, it's my favorite of the trilogy. I'm not huge on the trilogy. I'm not huge on this franchise as a whole. I only really like the first couple. But this is just a good time. So is Halloween Kills, but the whole, like, protest thing or whatever it was, I did not like at all. And then Halloween Ends. The opening scene in that movie is really good, but the rest of it, I could do without. But this movie's really solid. I like it a lot. Yeah. Next up is House of a Thousand Corpses, my least favorite Rob Zombie movie. Which, I know. I prefer 3 from Hell over House of a Thousand Corpses. I really do. House of a Thousand Corpses has good moments. Again, it does. But overall, it's just a worse version of Texas Chainsaw with annoying-ass characters, which I already know people are going to say, that's the point, but it's not my thing. It's not. I was not huge on that movie. Next up is the original It. Fun fact about this movie, the more I think about, like, what was, like, the first horror movie I've ever seen, I think this is it. I always saw this in our entertainment stand and saw this clown with all the people at the bottom, and I begged my mom to watch it, and she let me watch it, and I sat through the whole thing, all 3 hours, and I loved it. There's one scene where they're looking at the book, and he is in the picture. If you have seen this, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like a picture of him dancing, and then he starts moving, and he runs and grabs through the book. That scene freaked me out and scarred me as a kid. Like, that's such a scary scene for me. Even still, it kind of creeps me out. Next up is the 2017 remake. I love this movie. I like the TV movie better. This is another movie I begged my mom to watch when it came out. I wanted to see it in theaters, and they said no. I was, I think, 11 when this came out, maybe 12. But yeah, they ended up watching it, and I couldn't watch it until it came on demand. And it felt like my whole school watched it at the same time, because as soon as we came back from Thanksgiving break, everyone was talking about it. And yeah, I love this movie. I've rewatched it a lot. I've definitely watched it more than the original. But I still prefer the original with the nostalgia, and I like Tim Curry as Pennywise better. I think it's more scary because he looks like a normal clown. I've always thought that. But yeah, and then Chapter 2 I did end up seeing in theaters. It's okay. Joyride. This is a good movie. It's more of a thriller. That the more you think about it, the more stupid it really is. Because I can't believe that this would happen. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a stupid concept. If you guys don't know the concept, Paul Walker's character, actually I think it might have been Steve Zahn's character. I get them mixed up. One of them was like messing with this trucker guy on a walkie-talkie, and they made this guy mad, and they started harassing him. It's pretty good. It's got some good scares, but it's good. It's good. It's just a little stupid. This one is another 2-pack. You got My Bloody Valentine and April Fool's Day. I've only seen My Bloody Valentine. I hear good things about April Fool's Day. I gotta watch that. My Bloody Valentine, I'm not huge on. I'm not a huge fan at all. I think the concept's weak. Like, the characters are stupid. The kills are not, like, good. The story's very weak. The only thing I really applaud this movie for is the killer design. I think it's really cool that it's like a minor. I think it looks really sick. Other than that, it's just meh. Not huge. Mr. Brooks. This is an underrated movie, in my opinion. I know this probably isn't the best time to talk about Kevin Costner, because I guess there's some things going around about him. I don't really know. But this is a good movie. It kind of reminds me of American Psycho. It's definitely not as good, but it's a little bit like an American Psycho, where you got this guy. I think he's like a big figure. He's either like a vice president or a mayor. I'm not sure. He's something like that. And he's secretly a serial killer. And he's been killing people for a long time. And when he's killing this guy, this other guy sees him do it, and he blackmails him and says, "Let me kill with you, or I'm going to turn you in." It's a great little thriller that has a really good ending, and I recommend this movie a lot. I think it's really good. Poltergeist. A movie I've tried to watch several times. Now, I've sat through the whole thing. It's just very boring to me. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It's a well-made movie. It has good scares. I can see why it's iconic. It's boring to me. Next up is Scream. A classic for me. This was another one of the first horror movies I've ever watched. I love this movie. This movie never gets old. I can watch it every day, and I will not get old of it. Now, I need to upgrade it because I got a widescreen, and I didn't realize that, and I watched it, and it's on a little box in the middle of the screen, so, yeah, but, I like this movie a lot. I think it's really good, and it changed the slasher genre for sure, especially in the 90s. Spree. This might be a hot take, because I know this is compared to American Psycho a lot. I might like this better. It's such a fun movie. Another movie I don't get sick of rewatching. I could rewatch it anytime. I love it. Pretty much it's American Psycho, but instead of like a douchey New York businessman, it's this influencer played by Joe Keery, which is Steve from Stranger Things. And yeah, he's this influencer who kills people to get famous. It's really fun. Got David Arquette. Great performances, and it's really well made, and I loved how it's like filmed. It's all filmed on like cameras. It's found footage, but it's like a different type of found footage that we've seen more of now with like dash cam. Signs. This movie I've seen before, but I only remember pieces of it. I don't remember the whole thing, so another movie I gotta rewatch. I remember liking it. Stir of Echoes. My mom loves this movie and always tells me to watch it, but I still have not seen it. I like Kevin Bacon, so I'm intrigued with that one. 7. Come on. It's a great movie. Fantastic. And yes, it's in the horror movie section. I don't want to hear your arguments. Us and Get Out. This is another one of those Walmart slipcover DVDs that I got, but this time it's green. I was going to take it out, but it's hard to do that with one hand. I like Get Out better than Us. I like Nope better than Us, but they're all fantastic movies. Urban Legend, mediocre slasher. I'm going to start speeding things up because I've spent way too long on this. Zodiac. A great thriller based off the Zodiac Killer that has a really good cast. I always say this, if you like Zodiac, watch Prisoners if you have not seen it. Prisoners is amazing. Zombieland. It's a good movie, but it's always on TV, so I kind of get sick of that. And that is the horror, bro. That's all my horror DVDs. The first one is, and the numbers, you got 8 Mile. I've not seen it. Again, I'm going to start speeding through these. Avengers. Top 5 Marvel movie. And I think the first Marvel movie I saw in theaters. American History X. Oh, shit. American History X. It's a very traumatic movie to watch. It's like you're watching someone's messed up life, but it's so good. It shouldn't be enjoying, but it is. Black Sheep, just a fun comedy. One of my favorite scenes is where they're in the cabin with the bat. It's funny. Blade Runner, if I could get it out. I've never seen this movie, but I just love that poster, and I always have. Such a nice poster, but I have to watch it. I bought it to watch it before I watched the sequel. I'm not even gonna pull this one out. Blue Streak. It's a comedy with Martin Lawrence that I think I've seen, but I don't remember it. The Departed, I have not seen. Double Jeopardy, I have not seen. This is the 4-film Batman collection. You got Batman, which I'm not a fan of. I've watched this several times, and I've watched it when I was a kid, and I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not for me. Then you got Batman Returns, which I do like. That's probably my favorite of the bunch. And then you got Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. Batman and Robin is stupid, but it's fun, and Batman Forever is just... that was my favorite when I was a kid. Because I always liked Jim Carrey. Who didn't like Jim Carrey? I have The Beholder. I've never seen it. The X. I have not seen this, and I don't think anyone knows what this is. I don't know what this is. It has Jason Bateman and Zach Braff in it, which is why I got it. Or maybe I found it, like, in our entertainment center. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. The Friday collection. You got Friday, Next Friday, and Friday After the Next. I've not seen it. I've seen enough, though, of the first one on TV and stuff, so. Fight Club. This is one of the first movies, like, I watched when I was starting to get into, like, movies. Like, when I made my letterboxd account and everything. You got Fight Club. You've heard everything about it if you're, like, on film sites or apps or anything. It's good. It's a good movie. One of the best endings in any movie ever. Fargo. This is a really good movie that I don't remember, so I have to watch it again. I'll probably watch it when it starts snowing, because that's a good vibe. Fantastic Four. I will always stand by this movie. If the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies were not a thing, this would be the best pre-MCU movie. This movie is so fun. It's good. This is a good movie. I love this movie. It's great. Now, the sequel, on the other hand, which is right here, I've tried watching 3 times, could not get past the first 10 minutes. Don't know. I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to like it. I'm just going to skip these. I own these for some reason. They're just Family Guy, season like 13 or some shit. Grown Ups 2. Another movie I don't know why I own, but very nostalgic because my dad loves these movies. So we watched this one and the first one a lot growing up, especially during the summertime. I mean, it's fun. Even if you don't find it funny, I mean, it's fun. They're not great movies though. Garden State, I have not seen it. I bought it because I heard good things about it. I always hear about the soundtrack. So yeah, I'm interested in that one. Green Hornet. When anyone ever asks me, like, what's my guilty pleasure, I always say Green Hornet. Even though it's not guilty at all, because it's not a bad movie. This movie's good. This is a good, fun, like, superhero comedy. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it if you've never seen it, especially if you like Seth Rogen. It's not worth it to skip. I feel like if nobody made fun of that movie, he wouldn't hate it. Seth Rogen always talks about how he hates that movie. Ghost Rider. This is a good movie, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't remember much from it, but it's good, I think. I know the sequel isn't good. Incredibles, the best animated movie ever, in my opinion. I love this movie. This is a childhood classic for me. And want to talk about underrated, the PS2 video game. If you guys have never played that, you're missing out. That game's incredible. No pun intended. Inception. Another movie I've tried watching 3 times, could not get past the opening scene. It's just a dream within a dream within a dream. It's not for me. Maybe one day I'll just sit through it, but I can't see myself liking this movie. I'm sorry, it's not for me. You got Jackass 1, Jackass 2. Jackass 1 is good, but for me, all the Jackass bits blend together. Jackass 2 is my favorite. That's the one I've rewatched the most. 2.5. All the 0.5s are not that good. And Forever is really good. I loved Forever. That was one of my favorites from last year. And then moving on to the last shelf, which is kind of low to the ground. The first one we got here is Juno, which is a comfort movie for me. It's a great movie that I have to watch this fall. It's such a fall movie, so if you've never seen it, I would see it this month or next month. Actually, since this shelf is low, I'm just gonna stay on this shelf and pull them up. Knocked Up, never seen it. I gotta chop a little bit. Kill Bill Volume 2. This also has Volume 1 in it. 2 is my favorite. And 1's also really good. They're really good movies. They're fun. This is one of my favorite DVDs that I have. These movies are all good. It's the Laugh Out Loud collection. It's got Pineapple Express, Interview, The Night Before, and This Is the End. My favorite is this one, but this is my second favorite. Even though the ending is kind of weird on that one. Little Miss Sunshine, another comfort movie, even though it's sad as shit. It's just a great little movie. R.I.P. Alan Arkin. $1 Million Baby, never seen it. Nacho Libre, which is a childhood classic. I liked everything with Jack Black in it. I still do. This movie's so good. It's such a good movie. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this or give it justice with one hand, but this is Pulp Fiction. This is my sick DVD set of it that has the Jackrabbit menu, which is just amazing. And then you have the discs. You still have this booklet with a bunch of pictures in it. I will never get rid of this. Pulp Fiction is top 5 of all time for me. Was my favorite for a while. Perks of Being a Wallflower. I hate all those stickers on the slipcover. This is another comfort movie. It's a great movie. It's sad, but it's really good. So if you've never seen it, I suggest it. The Punisher, never seen it. Regular Show, I think this is season 1. One of the best cartoons of all time. The Ringer is very problematic. I have not seen it in years. Scarface, I've never seen it. I got this cool edition though at a pawn shop. I have to watch it. This right here is The Social Network, which I don't think I can pull out, but it has his face on it. Such a good movie. I have the Spider-Man like 6 movie collection somewhere, but it's not in here. So this is the only one I have for some reason. This is the Spider-Man 2.1, which has like 4 or 3 scenes that are just a little bit longer. It's nothing special. This is a good movie, but it's not my favorite of the Sam Raimi's. My favorite one is the first Spider-Man. But yeah, this one's really good though. And I love this cover, that's why I got it. Shutter Island, I've never seen. That's down here. Right here is Homecoming. It's okay. Not huge on it. Superbad, great comedy. I'm not going to talk about it a lot here because I actually own this on Blu-ray, and if I do a Blu-ray video, then I'll talk about that there. Starsky and Hutch, talk about an underrated comedy. I don't even know if this is on streaming services or on Blu-ray. I think everyone forgot about this movie, and it's fun. It's really fun. Shawshank Redemption, I've never seen. Swordfish, I've never seen. Slumdog Millionaire, I've never seen. I don't know why this is all the way over here, but this is the MTV Spider-Man show. A hidden gem. I really like this. They only did 1 season, I believe. Maybe they did 2, but I think they only did 1. Ninja Turtles, this is the first one, but I think it has all of them in it. I'm not a fan of any of these. I did not grow up with them, so... I definitely saw them when I was a kid, but yeah, I'm not huge on them. God, these are hard to put back. Transformers, it's okay. This is the first one, the only good one. Without a Paddle. For some reason, when I was a kid, I watched this movie over and over and over and over and over and over. Don't know why. I don't think I understood any of it, but this is just it's a fun comedy that I like watching during springtime, so yeah, I suggest it if you've never seen it. Watchmen, never seen it. And I'm gonna put you guys on Zathura, one of the best childhood movies in my opinion. I used to watch this over and over again. This was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but if it is, go watch it. It's basically Jumanji in space, and it's better than Jumanji in my opinion. I know that might be like blasphemy to some people, but I'm sorry. This movie's great. It's such a good movie. Damn near perfect. And that's all for the video. That was my full DVD collection so far. I'm still collecting. I still grab movies now and then. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. More videos to come, movie reviews, all that jazz. And if you like the video, please subscribe and like the video. Comment on what movies you like, what movies I should watch, just anything. And make sure to follow my Instagram and letterboxd that I will put in the description. Love you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.